Okay, so card collecting is so important in my life. I'll tell you, like for 10 years, 15 years. So when I started companies, I started starting companies. Like this would have been late high school. I made a very conscious decision to not do anything in trading cards because it was so important as a hobby, and I wanted it to be a fun hobby at all times. Like I kid you not, probably 3 to 4 hours a day every night on my personal collection, and I have since probably 1996. Like without stopping, high school, college, like everything, every company I've started, like 3+ hours every day. And so to me, I was like, I don't want that to be, messed
You don't want
with.
the passion to burn out because of the financial side.
And like people would pitch me companies and ideas, and it was just like, absolutely not. Like this is it's like, family and business. Like I just don't mix the two or whatever. And then in 2020, COVID hit, and I've said this somewhere before. I was just like, at home. My mom and dad took my wife and I and our kids in because we were in New York, and we were lucky enough to be able to relocate out for 6 months or so while everything was going down. And then my mom wheeled my childhood cards into the guest room, that we were staying in, and was basically like, thank God you're here. It's about time you take these off of my conscience.
As every mother does. Yeah.
Exactly. And so, but I went through, I'm like, oh my gosh, these were my childhood cards. Like I had, they were organized in my childhood handwriting by player and by team. And like, I had all my Steve Francis cards in there. And like, I remember all the inserts that I had pulled. Most of those cards, like when I went to college, it was like a time capsule. They had just been put in this giant, like when I say the collection, it was like you could fill up an entire like storage unit with this,
Oh my gosh.
It's like the most expensive card in there, because I was dealing, like I was at shows and stuff. So like I had taken all my nice cards with me to college, like LeBron's. I started buying LeBron's in 2003. I went to college in 2004. So I had like some LeBron stuff. Like none of that was there. This was all the like base cards and sets and like, lower end stuff. But like I found like a couple $100 cards. But more importantly, it rekindled my passion for trading cards in like just a whole different